You're back here in Jersey.
Back here in Jersey.
To do an evening of silly things at Jersey Opera House.
On the 7th and the 15th.
What can the audience expect from that?
Silly things. It's very specifically well advertised that it will be a silly evening and I should be talking about silly things with the pure intention of making people laugh. I'm not going to try and convert them to the Lib Dems or,
Audience participation?
So what I thought I'd do is at the end of the show I would invite people who have planes to catch or buses to catch or who have grown to hate me during the evening to leave and then do a little bit of Q&A afterwards, because it's a small theatre, which means that people can get up and ask questions without a mic, which makes it much nicer than if you have to get a mic. Well, I had a tour fixed up that starts in Bergen and goes to Copenhagen, then we go to Tel Aviv. And I just thought I have to rewrite it and put some new jokes in. And I thought to myself, it would be nice to run this a couple of times before I go to Bergen, and I want to go somewhere quiet to write it where there aren't interruptions all the time. And I thought, Jersey, because you have good restaurants.
That is true.
You have very good restaurants.
John Cleese, a man after my own heart. I like that. I interviewed you back in 2011 at the start of your Alimony tour, which
was the first show I ever did stand up in the UK.
Exactly. You were amusingly honest about the fact that you were doing it for the cash. But you're still doing it now, so are you now enjoying it?
And also it's a world I still understand. I hadn't done it before. As you get more familiar with it, you get better, and then you get more relaxed and you have more fun.
You were on stage at the O2, obviously with the Monty Python gang in 2014, which was a huge success. How does it compare performing as a group to when you're on your own on stage?
Well, it's a different experience completely, and just as enjoyable, because the Pythons, despite the fact we're rude about each other all the time, actually, there's a tremendous affection, and it was great fun performing to those extraordinary audiences, 16,000 people every night. But the wonderful thing was the atmosphere. It wasn't really a show because, as I said at the time, most of the audience knew the lines better than we did. So what kind of a show is that? And the answer is it was a kind of a loving. People came from all over the world, Poland, Mexico, New Zealand. They came to be with us and to share the experience and to say thank you for making us laugh for 40 years. And we were saying thank you for coming to thank us. And there was just a feeling in the hall of happiness, which you don't get a great deal of these days. And I suddenly thought to myself, I think comedians do a more useful job than I used to think we were a bit of a luxury. I think at the moment we're becoming a necessity.
What does it feel like when you recognise the impact you've had on British culture?
It's very touching. Well, it's a lovely feeling that people have incorporated something of us in their lives. And that is a really lovely feeling. And also the way that certain Python and Fawlty Towers things have passed into the language. Don't mention the war or go where I should taunt you a second time.
And what a legacy as well.
Yeah, people talk about legacy. I'm not so sure about legacy. I mean, when I'm gone, I'm gone.
Oh, come on, John.
What? All this idea of leaving a legacy, I think it's a reaction to the people who think that there's no life after death, so that if you live on as an image, I don't believe that. I think there is life after death anyway. I believe in an afterlife, but I'm not in an artificial one on celluloid.
Is there anything left for you to achieve? Have you still got hunger for...
Immortality. I've decided I want to go on, because you see, as you get older, you start worrying less. But when you sort of realize that it's just a pure matter of chance and that I might be run over by a bus this afternoon, you kind of let go a bit, and then you start enjoying it much more.
John Cleese, thank you very much indeed for talking to us, and good luck with the show.
Now go away.
I will, I promise.